Twitch's double standards are disgusting. This is from this is Tectone reaction to a Rev Desu video. Let's see.
Ignorant VTuber instantly finds out. This video is about a very disgusting woman by the name of Morgpie.
So it's often said when it comes to the application of the platform's TOS that if Twitch didn't have double standards, they would have no standards at all. That's especially true when it comes to the application of TOS on VTuber.
We're leveling up from double standards to quadruple standards the longer this goes on. I know this situation very well, and I'm going to break everything down with facts and science.
Versus real-life streamers, and there's also a great degree of favoritism when it comes to certain streamers on the platform, and all of this is the desired result of the platform's CEO, Dan Clancy, who definitely has...
If you don't think that Dan Clancy is not stroking his dick to every female talent on Twitch, you are sorely mistaken. This is a very deranged individual.
Some, let's just say, preferences when it comes to the streamers he enjoys. In fact, not that long ago, while showing off his timeline and some new Twitch features, his entire For You page...
I remember this. Dude, this isn't, like, illegal. A lot of people take that the wrong way. Like, there's like, oh, this is the... All these streamers, Dan is their boss. It's not the same thing. But, I mean, regardless, it is still kind of... It's still creepy, you know what I mean? This is a married man, and he's got all these hot models on his phone for his Twitch account. And that's, if you watch, when you go to his feed, it's literally all it shows is just these OnlyFans models.
Which was nothing but e-girls on Twitch. And that's very interesting given the fact that he is a 60-something-year-old married man.
Why don't we go ahead and pull this up? He is, in fact, a married 62-year-old man
he is.
that catered his entire website as...
Look at this Sydney Sweeney cosplay.
As well as his algorithm to pander to porn stars.
Now, one of his favorite,
a little weird, don't you think?
Let's just say talents, is an individual named Morgpie, and for a lack of a better way of describing her, she makes adult content on other platforms and goes over to Twitch, pushes the limits of their TOS.
She's a whore. It's very simple.
Often breaking it, getting a short ban, and in the process, she promotes these off-site platforms where...
Not only has she been banned, she's been banned
you know what?
13 different times. And
turn this off real fast.
Just like activist judges are allowing dangerous black criminals to walk the street after being released 22 times, Dan Clancy is allowing a blatant misuse of the TOS in order to promote pornography to minors over and over and over and over again.
She sells adult content.
Does anybody remember when Twitch had temporarily like flipped the switch and like there was just porn and nudity was everywhere? Oh my, it was so absurd and crazy. There were like a ton of trans VTubers that came out of the woodworks. They're all furry. They were just streaming completely naked. It was like Twitch was like, okay, it's okay for people to stream naked. Dude, it was insane. Amount of crazy degenerate art that was on Twitch at the time.
She is quickly unbanned and she repeats the cycle over and over again. In fact, she has been banned at least a dozen times on Twitch since 2023.
Yep.
And
it's just pretty wild because most of the times if this would have happened to somebody, like these bans she's gotten, I mean, look, I don't know the context of these bans. Maybe it's something very minor or a mistake. But if these weren't like minor mistakes or anything like that, she got banned in 2023 in April, 23 hours, October 1 day, and 2 times in November for 2 days. This I thought there was a system in place that where if you got banned or suspended in Twitch that you had to go for like a full year. Otherwise, as the more suspensions you accrue, the stronger the punishment is on the next offense. But going from here, it looks like there was no actual real punishment. Now, it's not until, I guess, around December of that same year. They're like, okay, we'll ban her for a whole month between December to January the 15th. A whole month it is significant, but at the same time, this is around Christmas time. She probably going to go on vacation at some point anyway. So
all of them for sexual content.
All of them for the exact same thing. They'll never learn
Oh.
because there's no reason.
it's actually absurd. If they're all for sexual content, then she obviously should be. You could consider them potentially permanently banned.
To learn.
It's often said that the majority of
This is not a good picture of her. This is not.
the current rules involving sexual content are the result of Morgpie's streams, where she finds a certain rule and she pushes it to the limit, where it either has to be tweaked or a new rule has to be added altogether to address the very hardcore content she is posting on this, by the way, 13 plus platform.
Yeah.
Now, recently she found herself into some controversy given this
I'll be honest. She's looking pretty good in this picture here, at least. Not gonna lie. Obviously, they are probably fake.
stunt she did, and now that she's facing a lot of criticism and people are bringing up
All right, so what did she do this time?
double standards on Twitch when it comes to TOS, she is
And you would think that all the ban controversy was bad enough. I'm going to show you guys a little inside scoop of some controversy that Morgpie has been trying to move past and make people forget about. For all you guys who know Morgpie as to keep it gently, a woman of the night and thinking it was bad that she was banned on Twitch. In case you also don't know, in 2023, Morgpie also falsely accused Matt Watson of Super Mega. Morgpie has been essentially a plague, a parasite that is encouraging other women to make false accusations towards men, and has been doing so since 2023. It's quite disgusting. It really is. Morgpie jumped in with a Twitch stream claiming Matt led her on and used her for sex, cheated on his girlfriend, implying it was deceptive, ghosted her afterward, painting him as manipulative, and then Matt response and evidence. He had already broken up with his then girlfriend before hooking up with Morgpie. Morgpie knew it was a casual one-time thing, not the start of a relationship. She was fully aware and agreed at the time. The let-on narrative didn't match the text. Yep. Many breakdowns, Turkey Tom, and community discussions labeled her claims part of a pile-on, with Morgpie getting caught up in the cancel momentum, which Morgpie and others issued damage control statement apologies, admitting they shouldn't have inserted themselves or exaggerated. She described it as a negative personal experience blown out of proportion amid the drama. So, Morgpie accuses a guy of sexual assault just to pile on the cancel culture, the Me Too movement. This was back in 2023. Another porn star who had consensual sex and then later decided, oh, well, you know what? I guess I'll change my mind now that it's popular to do so. And that is exactly what Morgpie's done. And the worst thing is she encourages other women to do the exact same. So if you didn't think Morgpie was an absolute piece of shit now, well, that's exactly who we're talking about here today. I consider her a very dangerous woman because she's so mentally delusional that she will go to women and convince them that they were essayed or try to convince them that they were being abused when they're not. And, I really hate to say this as well, but Morgpie also tried to do that to my current fiance. Yep. She would frequently
If this is true, that's beyond fucked. That is actually crazy.
frequently be like, hey, is Tectone treating you okay? I don't know. Something about that guy doesn't seem right. Pretty.
How did she even reach out to her?
Fucking insane to go up and do that to every woman you ever meet just because you don't like their boyfriend. It's fucking psychotic. It's as weird as and truly I don't know how this woman is still allowed to exist on Twitch.tv. It's
Wow.
crazy. To have a history of falsely accusing people and then encouraging other people to do the same by rewriting their history of what has happened is pretty psychotic.
Crashing out
These women are incredibly dangerous
on VTubers, claiming they cannot read.
because they don't have the mental wherewithal to understand what they're doing is wrong. And so they take their idiocy and they make it everybody else's problems because they're miserable in their own relationships. And so now they have to make sure everybody else is miserable too.
And it all stems from this clip. This has gone viral, as you can see, nearly 17 million views.
Yes.
And I'm not even going to play this. I'm just going to describe it because who knows with YouTube. But basically, she's sitting in her chair here, and this guy, her pets, comes from out underneath her desk wearing a gimp suit, and she has a little shock collar. Obviously, this is some Hassan-related bits, and it's all just a...
Which is crazy because Morgpie absolutely loves Hassan, as does everybody a part of the OnlyFans scene. So this is an attempt to grift to get a popular clip.
Way.
But the reality is, Morgpie and Hassan are actually very good friends.
You know what this reminds me of?
For her. Okay, she is just
Hold on.
wanting fetish content on Twitch, which I guess this is the platform they want to be these days.
Yep.
And to answer your questions, well, is she better than Hassan when it comes to the treatment of her pets? Well, not so fast. She actually does another bit where she pretends to shock her pets, so I guess they're the same. And just look at the accounts promoting this content, like, absolutely shameless. This is someone's...
You Twitch cannot allow this kind of stuff. You have to... This is not something... If I was an advertiser, I saw this type of shit, I'd be pulling, like, from the platform.
Son, by the way, for shame. And I think we should shame everyone in this situation. The people who are creating content.
This guy right here. This is sad. Morgpie simp. Fan account for Morgpie. She's my favorite Twitch streamer. Dude, she's not gonna let you hit. I'm sorry. I don't... Is this from... What is this? Is this from One Piece? Did we just get baited? Oh. Please. Rev. You're gonna find degenerate Twitter fucks ever online. Don't get me wrong, this person has a substantial amount of followers. 15K. But how many views is this person's getting?
Like Morgpie on...
Hold on, let's just find out right now. I'm curious. Because I don't mind Rev Desu, here hating all them. Look, I respect the hustle, do the grind, but can we please? Let's see, hold on. Morgpie simp Twitter. I actually almost thought it was pink for a second there. Jesus Christ. Damn. What the fuck? Come on. There's no way this shit's on Twitch. You know what this reminds me of? Hold on. So, back in American Idol, there was a very popular singer. What was his name? Clay Aiken. I believe it was Clay. Was it Clay Aiken? Let's see. American Idol singer. BDSM controversy. Hold on. There was it was an image. I want to say it was Clay Aiken. Back in the day, in American Idol, he essentially did something similar to here. The singer, I can't remember if it was Clay Aiken, and maybe it was somebody else, but he got canceled for this because he was a very popular singer. He literally he did the exact thing that she's doing. He was walking a person that they were being treated as a dog. It just like, dude, this guy lost sponsorships. Like he just got completely canceled. It's just the same thing.
Twitch, and also the people who are consuming this absolute slop. But anyways, you can see
It is absolutely disgusting.
people pointing out double standards on different levels, not just with VTubers, but with streamers in general. But this user says, change the genders of the two characters in the video and watch the one sitting on the couch become the target of the aggravated life imprisonment and societal lynching. No other platform is as two-faced as Twitch, and that is...
Oh, it's Adam Lambert.
I agree. Why don't we go ahead and pull up the clip and show it right now? It's actually hilarious. If you type in Morgpie and to...
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Alright. The Adam Lambert controversy, while not explicitly branded as BDSM at the time, Lambert's performance for your entertainment featured a heavy kink-inspired aesthetics, including leather and stud and dasters and bondage-style gear. The controversy peaked due to several provocative acts from malpractice, sexual simulation, kissing a bandmate, massive backlash. ABC received 1,500 complaints, leading the network to cancel his scheduled appearance on Good Morning America later that week. Yeah, this is what here. This is like this guy was so popular and like he just like ruined his entire career.
Twitter.com, and I shit you not. The three top searches are Morgpie OnlyFans, Morgpie Trans, Morgpie Feet. And the reason why it says Morgpie Trans is because she looks like a dude. And that's why she had to get fake tits in order to make sure that people stop thinking that way.
No. No, she doesn't look a dude here. No. Maybe there are not very flattering images of her, but no, she doesn't look like a dude here. I would say here she's very attractive. I know you hate OnlyFans women because of your past experiences, but let's be real here. This woman is not ugly. I mean, I don't care if she had plastic surgery. She's just I'm just saying she's not ugly.
Place.
This is so fucking sad.
Good.
What the fuck, dude?
Dude, yeah. What? Like, seriously, what the fuck, man? You can't see it right here, but I am, like, face palming so hard right now.
Jesus.
Okay.
Dude, like... I wonder how much she pays paying this guy. Dude, could you imagine, like... I wonder if this is, like, her actual, like, manager or husband or something like that, and it's like... And he's like, he's in on the skit, or it's like, or if this is like some random like, imagine if it's like one of her moderators. It is like, we don't know. This is so fucking sad. He's like, yes, queen, I'll do this.
Hey, where were we?
He's on his phone.
Hi, Sky.
He's on his phone. You?
Jesus. It's the cringest shit.
It is cringe
And
as
if you
hell.
thought that was bad, she did a follow-up that's even worse. So
me
was
see.
bad. She did a follow
Nice, good Brandon. Nice tits though. I mean, hey, let's be real.
up that's even worse. So let's hear about her response.
Yo, this is this is not a good look for her. It's not. I do not like this hairstyle. This is not a good look for her.
Anytime anybody does something controversial on Twitch,
She looks. This is night and day from here.
the VTubers all come out. They're like, but we can't do whatever we want all the time.
But no, see, this woman Morgpie is a trendsetter though. The whole black bar meta and all this other shit. Like hey, I give it to her. She's very intelligent. But like certain things, Twitch has to take a stance on. Like this right here, like there has to be. Hold on, let me move myself a little fast so you can see what she looks like on the right hand side. Dude, look at it here. From here to there, night and day. That is a night and day difference. Like, come on, Twitch.
Yeah, like what? Show their hips? Yeah, because it's fucking. If you're allowed to make a man wear a gimp suit and shock him live on stream, you will get banned for a week for showing too much hips in your VTuber model.
That is dumb.
God, the difference between full makeup and half makeup is like, what the f are we even looking at?
It's true. A lot of these women right here, without makeup, like makeup carries them really far. It carries them really far.
Like, good lord, bro. Full makeup, half makeup.
It's like, they're like,
Imagine if this is her full makeup and this is her half makeup. What do you think happens when you go to sleep and you guys wake up? It's gonna look way worse than this. And that morning after.
okay, but you can't have exposed hips. Yeah, because it explicitly says that in the TOS that you just read the TOS.
But
Remember what she said.
yeah, but there's no way this is part of TOS. Like, don't get me wrong, there are some very egregious VTuber models. Like, I've seen one VTuber model the other day, and it's literally just like her tits were like half the screen. Dude, it's like, come on, like.
You know what I do when I wanna
Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think this outfit she's wearing, I don't think it's bad. I don't think there's anything wrong with the outfit she's wearing right in here. But this right here with the dog, the BDSM thing, like this should not, like,
do
come on,
something
no, you can't do
on
this.
stream, I just read the TOS.
Just wait.
I just read the TOS.
All right, we're waiting.
It explicitly says it in the TOS that you can't show your hips on stream. That's been a thing for like 2 years. Dude, that shit changed like 2 years ago. That's 2024.
Wait, so is this, we're talking just for VTuber models?
Let's pull the TOS. So to get the TOS, you can type in safety.twitch.tv.
Okay.
If you don't know. Content classification guidelines, mature rated games, sexual themes. While Twitch prohibits nudity, inappropriate attire, pornography, and certain sexual content, streamers are required to apply a content classification of which she was not using. To certain streams that contain sexual themes, listen below. We also require the streamers label their stream if the content or behavior is very likely to elicit more mature conversation, which the stream was not labeled as such. Wearing or
Wait. Streamers must label their stream. They solicit the content below for money, services, or items of value, including cheering, bits, submissions, or in-game items. So, wearing or displaying BDSM associated attire.
displaying BDSM associated attire, e.g. harnesses, blindfolds, collars, or paraphernalia, e.g. whips displayed or with or without engaging in sexual activity. So, The TOS was read, and you did violate that section
Yes.
of TOS, and that is why Twitch is known as a hypocritical.
She's 100% should be getting a ban. Whether or not you want to say temporary ban or permanent ban, that's up to them. I personally, because she it seems like she hasn't been banned a whole lot, like but maybe a 1 day at a time. He was banned a few years ago for close to a whole month. I mean, it sounds like she is a repeat offender, and she keeps trying to set trends. This isn't a TOS. She should probably catch. I want to say a 3-month ban. I think that's fair. Like if she has a history of sexual themed suspensions.
Double standard platforms because you are in clear violation of TOS, and it's
Yep.
very.
I bet you, if Dan Clancy watched that clip, he probably didn't see the guy in the BDSM outfit play. All he was focused on was her tits the entire time. He probably didn't realize it. That's crazy, isn't it?
Not hard to figure out if you were to just read the TOS. Hopefully that helps. And Dan Clancy, I promise you, getting porn for free really isn't that hard. Stop allowing
I
porn
know.
stars to ruin.
I really don't understand it because I feel like what's going on here. There's a difference between watching porn or having intercourse with a random person. But when you can see nudes of somebody that you actually might know in person, I think the value of that increases. And like, I think it's the same thing with Dan. Like, Dan probably sees some of these women on a regular basis, like at Twitch events or cons. He gets to know these women. So like having that fantasy that, oh yeah, I know these women, I get to see these women, versus like him seeing a random woman he's never met before, like on a porn website. Like this is probably a bit more like he gets that high, from this.
A already shitty fucking platform.
Damn. Good video, but holy shit, man. That is whack as hell.